Hello everyone, and welcome to Art Droid 29 Productions. This is part 2 of What If Deku Was a Ghostwriter. With introductions out of the way, let us continue the story. Izuku! Relax! It's me! He must have had a nightmare or something. Dad? Oh, where am I? You're at the shop. You must have fell asleep on the couch. You okay, kiddo? Yeah, I actually don't know. I had this really weird dream and... The boy was interrupted when his father placed the back of his hand on his forehead. Man, you're burning up. Listen, maybe stay off school today. Your temperature is through the roof and you're sweating bullets. You can stay here today. I'll phone the school and let them know. In the meantime, go pour yourself some coffee and go rest in my office. Don't even think about working today. Midoriya made his way to a nearby coffee machine, pouring himself a mug and downing the whole thing in an instant without letting a single drop hit the ground. Man, you must have been thirsty as hell just to... Don't drink at all. Hisashi reached into his pocket, pulling out a wallet and handing his son some cash. Do us a favor before I open up. Go to the store and get some soda for the employee fridge. Get yourself an actual meal while you're at it, understand? Soda and a meal. Got it. Midoriya left the garage and grabbed a bite to eat at the nearest cafe. Whilst he was there, he couldn't help but notice a strange burning sensation in his chest, which he just assumed to be heartburn. What the hell happened to me last night? Was that real? I remember everything. The race, the truck, and... Crap! My money! All that work for nothing! The young mechanic looked at his watch and made his way to the auto shop. When he arrived, he saw his dad interacting with the customer next to a Harley motorcycle. I had my best mechanic work on this baby. He buffed out some of the dents, and gave her a new coat of paint, and fixed the ignition so she'll definitely start faster. I also pumped up the tires, no extra charge. Speak of the devil, this is my son. Don't let this age fool you. He might be young, but he's the most skilled mechanic I've ever seen. Izuku, come say hi to Mr. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Blaze. Johnny Blaze. The blonde man dressed like a biker turned to look at the young mechanic, giving him a look of suspicion before giving him a firm handshake. I'm Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. Not quite what I was expecting to find. Aren't you a little young to be involved in this? I mean, I guess. I'm sorry, do I know you from somewhere? You look really familiar. I was a daredevil back in America, that's probably why. Gonna get my keys? Right, here, Mr. Blaze. Hisashi handed the biker his keys, the blonde man immediately taking them and starting his bike. You might see me again, depending on how things play out. The biker sped off, leaving the Midoriya man confused. What a weird guy. So, feeling any better? Yeah, I guess. Listen, I know you said I can't, but you want to work on your bike? Fine. Go ahead. Just be careful. Midoriya hurried his way to the storage room where he kept his bike. The boy was expecting to see a pile of junk, but his surprise, the bike looked brand new. Not a single scratch to be seen. What the hell? This can't be real. I'm dreaming, aren't I? Either that, I'm going insane. The burning sensation returned, only much worse. In no way did it hurt, but when he felt it, it was like something was attempting to claw its way out of him. Dad, I'm heading home. I'm not feeling so good. Midoriya ran out of the shop, clinging to his chest and trying not to collapse on the floor. Unfortunately, his situation wouldn't get any better when he felt what seemed to be a chain wrapping around his torso, pulling him to the floor. Sorry about this, kid, but I gotta be sure. A leather-clad fist struck Midoriya across the face, knocking him out cold. A few hours later, the teen awoke to find himself restrained to a tree with a chain wrapped around him. Where the hell am I? The boy looked around, only to see that he was in a forest with a familiar-looking Harley staring at him. Away from the populace. I knew that son of a bitch was looking for a new rider, but this? Bringing a kid into this shit show? That's a whole new low even for him. Midoriya knew exactly who this was. The man who hired his dad to fix his bike, Johnny Blaze. The moment the man was in sight, Midoriya began to feel an extreme burning pain. What's happening to me? It hurts! I'll tell you what happened. You sold your goddamn soul to the devil himself, and now he owns you. That feeling inside you? That's the spirit of vengeance he bonded with you. I saw what you did last night. It was on the news. You're letting that thing control you, and now that it's seen me, it wants nothing but to duke it out. It hurts! I can feel it! The fire burning my insides! Flames began to spread through Midoriya's body, his skin slowly disintegrating and peeling away until all that's left is bone. His skull began to break apart and reshape itself. Midoriya felt every single thing, but all he could do was laugh. A burst of hellfire erupted from his body. When it disappeared, all that remained was a flaming figure with a large animalistic skull for a head. That's a new one. After breaking its restraints, the monster launched towards Johnny, aiming its fist for his head, only for Johnny to grab it with ease and deliver a punch of his own. You're letting that thing control you, kid. Shut your mouth, and what is doing right now? That's how it's gonna be. The chain he used returned to his hand, only this time it had ignited. The moment the end of the chain had been lit, Johnny's body did the same thing Midoriya's did, only instantly, and with his skull not changing shape. You can still be saved. You must fight the spirit's influence and seize the power. Midoriya's flame began to dimmer, his body getting weaker. Yes, you can. Your mind is stronger than this. Use your strength and take the power. Take control. The flames disappeared from the boy's body and he immediately collapsed to the ground. He wasn't even on the floor for a second before the flames returned. That you there, kid? Yeah. Think so. He looked down at his hands, examining the skeletal digits and feeling his transformed face. What is this? Mephisto got to you, just like he got to me. You're a Ghost Rider now, kid. A spirit of vengeance. You now have two choices. Be Mephisto's puppet, or do some good. Who's Mephisto? He's the goddamn devil, literally. He thought he could use you and turn you into his bounty hunter. But hopefully after this little ass kicking, you'll be able to make your own decisions. As long as you keep that spirit of yours in check. Yeah. Think I can do that. The seasoned Ghost Rider transformed back into his human form, with Midoriya doing the same. There's a lot to learn about being a Ghost Rider. You need to tap into your power and get used to the abilities. Lose control and I'll be back to do more than kick your ass. Johnny was going to get on his motorcycle until the boy grabbed his jacket. Teach me! This spirit of vegetables, or whatever you call it. It could be my best chance I have to help my dad. If I could use these powers to get into a hero program, I could get a job as a hero and finally give my dad the life he deserves. Mr. Blaze, please take me on as your pupil. Show me how to control this power. Sorry, kid. It's something you gotta learn by yourself. In the meantime, here's a few things you should know. Number 1. Any vehicle or weapon you get your hands on can be amplified by your hellfire. Take my Harley, for example. Name a single bike that can set itself on fire without blowing up. Second, every Ghost Rider has this ability called the penance stare. Make eye contact with someone whilst transformed, and you can attack their soul. They'll feel the pain of all of their past sins and evil deeds. Whether it's murder, fighting, or stealing candy from a baby, they'll feel the pain they caused. It doesn't work on everybody, though. If you use it as a last resort. Depending on the target, that thing can be lethal. Last but not least, be careful when you're near a large number of people who've sinned. If a rider smells them, they'll do whatever it takes to get out and punish them. It's even harder to control at night. Oh, and make sure you practice transforming. The first few times can be slow and painful, but once you get used to it, it'll be as easy as taking a shit on a stomach full of laxatives. Take care of yourself, Midoriya. With those last words of advice, Johnny rode away on his hell cycle, leaving Midoriya to think about how he'd handle this new situation. So, I really made a deal with the devil, huh? I've done some stupid things, but this definitely takes first place. How the hell am I supposed to explain this to people? I'm quirkless, for crying out loud. Oh hey guys, guess what? I made a deal with the devil. Oh really, Midoriya? And are you sure you haven't just inhaled too much exhaust? Before he could think about the situation even more, his phone began to ring. It was his father. Hey, Dad? Don't you, hey, Dad, me? Where the hell are you? I haven't heard from you in hours, and you haven't answered my calls. Why aren't you at the apartment? I've been dealing with some stuff. What the hell kind of stuff could you be dealing with that stops you from answering for hours? I think I might have unlocked my quirk? Yeah, and I just ran a marathon. You know, if you're gonna lie, you gotta be at least a little more creative. Dad, I'm serious. I think it kicked in last night. You're serious, aren't you? You really got a quirk? What is it? Did you get mine? Your mother's? Both? I have to know! It's hard to explain. It's probably better if I show you. I can meet you at the shop and show you if you want. I'll be right there. Damn it. He wants me to show him my new quirk. I don't even know how to properly use it yet. Maybe I could. The young rider closed his eyes, taking in a deep breath, and the moment he released it, his body transformed. He's crazy. His excitement at his power was interrupted when he heard a running engine coming closer to him. Is that you? Midoriya couldn't be any more wrong. It wasn't Johnny or another Ghost Rider. Instead, it was his bike, somehow moving on its own. How did you get this? The young Ghost Rider placed his hands on the handle of the bike, and it began to transform. Its wheels ignited, and the bodywork began to transform into a sleek, demonic version of its former self. That's right. Without any hesitation, Midoriya got onto his bike and revved the engine, riding away. This is where we shall leave the story for now. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like and share. It really means a lot to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe so that you can keep up to date with the future uploads. Thank you all and have a great day.